Sup YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to the Top Deck Tournament. In this type of videos you will see the best decks in the standard format face off against each other in an all-out war in a tournament ladder. So we already had one round the last video, so in this video it's Gardevoir GX against Golisopod GX. So two really popular decks in the standard format. They actually faced off against each other in the World Championship decks as well, which is really great to hear. So in this type of video you'll see the best out of both decks. So Gardevoir GX player cannot start first, so Golisopod player is doing the first move here, attaching the Raz energy, and that's it. So looks like the Golisopod player does not have a supporter in the hand. We do see an energy on the active rolls of the Gardevoir GX player and also a benched rolls. We also see an N here, which is huge actually, because the Golisopod player did not have anything in his hand, which actually helped him out quite a bit. So yeah, what can we expect in a match like this? Gardevoir needs a lot of energies to one-shot Golisopod, since Golisopod tends to only have one energy attached. Also, during this video, the camera actually did some weird shenanigans where he cut out the last parts of the two last matches. So I apologize in advance, guys, but I will explain everything that happened during those matches. So yeah, we get off here. We do see that there's also a Remoraid on the bench of the Gardevoir GX player, and I believe that'll be the end of his turn. So it's back to the Golisopod player. We see a Wimpod on the bench. We do see also a Golisopod GX on the active position with a DCE, also a Choice Band on the benched Wimpod, which is kind of helpful, I guess. So then we see a Tapu Lele GX, which will probably grab out a Bridget or something else. We'll have to wait and see here. The big thing here is if he gets out Bridget, there's a lot of things he can get out. He can get that Tapu Koko with the damage spread. He can get some Trubbish as well. So there's a lot of things that he can grab with Bridget. But in this situation, the Tapu Lele will go for the Sycamore. It looks like the Golisopod player needs to have more cards in the hand, and he already has like a nice setup here. There's the Golisopod GX in the active position. It does have 3 energies, which is dangerous for the Gardevoir GX, because that way he easily can one-shot this guy. And it looks like there's an Armor Press coming down for the knockout to get the first prize card. Also a Trubbish on the bench, not bad at all. So we do see a Gardevoir GX on turn 1 thanks to a Rare Candy and energy as well. Then an Ultra Ball getting rid of a Guzma and a Rescue Treasure. What is he gonna grab? Probably an Octillery. With Octillery he can draw cards until he has 5 cards in the hand, and this will be really useful if he draws a supporter after that. There's gonna be a lot of damage onto Golisopod GX, maybe even a top deck, since he can still use that ability, Secret Spring, to attach an energy, and also an energy, the manual energy of the turn. So what do we see of the Octillery? We do see a Choice Band, which brings the damage up to I believe 90, 120, 150. He's still not getting there. So he did slap 10 damage with rolls, which was interesting. So an extra 30 damage gets added here. So we're already at 90, 180 damage. He only needs another energy, and then boom, he gets the one-hit KO. But looks like he does not grab an energy this turn, so he's actually looking to get a lot of shenanigans going on. He already used a Bizel hand, and looks like that will be the 180 damage on Golisopod GX. Just barely there for a knockout, but thanks to that Armor Press, the damage also got reduced, and that means Golisopod GX will survive this turn. What will happen next? And we'll have to see here. We see an Acerola, one of the new supporters from Burning Shadows. That's a really great move here, getting all the cards back into the hand. With that, he slaps the Floatstone down on Trubbish. He evolves into the bench. Golisopod here. Golisopod evolves. Actually, Wimpod evolves to Golisopod. He already has an energy, another Wimpod on the bench, and boom, out of nowhere, 150 damage thanks to that first attack, first impression. The good news is that he does not have backup, so the Golisopod player is in a great situation here, but everything can happen really quickly. As you know, in the Pokemon trading card game, there are cards like N, a lot of things can happen. So he does have Octillery, which makes it that he has consistency. We do see a double card energy on the Gardevoir GX, which means he actually can one-hit KO Golisopod GX in one shot, I believe. So he has already 150, 180 damage. The only thing he needs is another Fairy energy, and then he gets the knockout. Alright, what else are we gonna see here? So he already used 4 items. As you can see, they are placing dice on the discard pile to actually know how many items are in the discard, because Garbodor with Trash Lance is also around. We do see a Vulpix, also a Ralst on the bench. And yeah, this Golisopod GX will still not go down. He still needs another energy in order to do that. And I don't think he has the energy. I would think he will retreat into something. Or maybe he's gonna use the Twilight GX. That is also an option here. So he's thinking a while, because this will be a crucial moment. He's gonna count up the energies once again. He's already dealing 150, 180 damage. He still needs an extra energy. What is he gonna do? So he's doubting a lot here. What is the Gardevoir player up to next? What would you do in a situation like this? You cannot get the one-hit KO, and we do see yeah, that Infinite Force just again for just not enough damage. Golisopod GX survives once again, and it's back to the Golisopod player. Yeah, he also is thinking, because if he yeah, he needs to get that Pokemon out of the active position. We do see a Rainbow Energy, and then an Enhanced Hammer, boom, getting rid of a double Carless Energy. So that is interesting to see here. That I do think that was a Max Potion in this situation, or did I see that wrong? The damage is gone, and it's back to the Gardevoir player. We see an Acerola, so back to back. Yeah, that was, I do think that was an Acerola. I should have to recheck that. Things are going a little bit faster, otherwise these videos would take like forever. So we do see that Gardevoir GX back in action thanks to that rare candy, and he used the Acerola as well, dealing some damage on yeah, is he gonna deal the damage, or is he, yeah, he's gonna use the Infinite Force here, getting back all the resources that he already used, which is not bad. So the GX move has been used. We do see Twilight GX coming down. Oh man, this game is long from over, so if you are enjoying the show, definitely give it a like. I took a lot of time to make these videos for you guys, so I appreciate it if you yeah, give me some support. Also let me know in the comment section, who do you think will win the Top Deck tournament. So a lot of things are going on. We did see the Twilight GX instead of just another Infinite Force, which would not get the knockout here. So it'll be back to the Golisopod player after that Twilight GX. And Enhanced Hammer came out really handy. With that, he prevented a knockout. We do see a Heavy Ball coming down, so maybe we will see the Garbotoxin in action, where he will shut down the abilities of yeah, the Octillery and the Gardevoir GX as well. So nope, that's not what we're gonna see here. We see another Golisopod GX. That will be the backup of the Golisopod player. Having backup is always nice. Also, a Rainbow Energy gets attached to that Golisopod GX. And I do think that is only 30 damage. Wow, if you have to resort to only dealing 30 damage here, you know you're not in a great position. Looks like, yeah, the Golisopod player does not have the perfect hand. No Guzma, no Float Stones, and actually in this situation, there is no Float Stones in sight. So that is unfortunate. No Garbotoxin either, so we do see a manual evolve to Kirlia. And then, yeah, Infinite Force for 90 damage. Now we see an Ultra Ball coming down, probably for Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele is the savior of a situation like this, where you are in top deck position and you don't know what to grab next. This will probably be a Sycamore, because, yeah, there are still a lot of Float Stones in the deck. You could also grab out the Guzma and target something like an Auxiliary to get an extra prize card, but then again, you leave yourself vulnerable for a mega attack of that Gardevoir GX. Infinite Force will deal a lot of damage. Alright, there is what is in the hand. Let me just check that here. I don't think I saw a Float Stone in there, so that Golisopod GX is still stuck in the active position. And he will probably have to resort to a first impression of only 30 damage. We do see a Field Blower getting rid of a Choice Band. Not that it matters, but yeah, the Golisopod GX on the active position will go down next turn thanks to the Gardevoir GX player. There's a lot of situational thought here. We do see an Ultra Ball coming down, getting rid of a Wimpod and an N. And what is he gonna grab? Yeah, we do see Garbotoxin. Does he have the Float Stone? I do not think he has the Float Stone, since, yeah, otherwise he would attach it to the active Golisopod GX to save that one. And yeah, I do think he has to resort to 30 damage, which is unfortunate. Dealing 30 damage in a row definitely is not great when you are an aggressive 2-hitting KO deck. Okay, a Sycamore coming down of the Gardevoir GX player. Things are heating up here. If the Gardevoir GX has enough resources, he can definitely already one-shot that first Golisopod GX in its path, but that second one should not cause any troubles if he has the necessary double Carless energies. Alright, so yeah, what do you guys think? what is the best deck in the format right now? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Let's get the discussion started. So Gardevoir GX is definitely the most popular deck in the standard format, since it's really great, hits really hard, but then again there are also other decks that are doing incredibly well. So we do see another Waltz on the bench thanks to an Ultra Ball. There is still no ability lock coming down since that Garbotoxin does not have a Floatstone or a Choice Band attached, no tool cards. So a lot of information just like that. Alright, what's going on next? After that Sycamore, we did saw a Rolst, and I do think this will be a regular knockout. Infinite Force for 90 damage will get rid of that active Golisopod in no time. So I do think that will be the case here. And we do see a manual attachment, the double Chaos Energy onto Gardevoir GX, also knocking out the active Golisopod GX, so he took the first prize cards of the match. And up next, it's, there's a crucial end here. Both players get 4 cards. If the Golisopod player can somehow get a Floatstone onto the Garbotoxin Garbodor, things will be heating up, because that's the reason when, if you get a Floatstone onto Garbotoxin, Octillery is useless, Secret Spring is useless, you leave yourself open for, a lot of options here. The end will be the comeback card. We'll have to see if there is a Floatstone in that particular hand. Okay, what is here? We do see another Trubbish. And looks like the Golisopod player is doubting. What is the reasoning behind that? We do see that of that end, the Gardevoir GX player was really lucky. I do think there was 2 DCE, Fairy Energy and a Tapu Lele, so I think this will be really hard for the Golisopod player to come back out of that situation. And that, I believe, was an Ultra Ball, or maybe it was a Rescue Stretcher. Yeah, it was a Rescue Stretcher. We do see a double Chaos Energy onto Golisopod GX, and that will be the GX move of the game, dealing 150 damage, which is not enough to one-shot a Gardevoir GX, but at least he can swap to the bench position here. If the Gardevoir GX player does have the Tapu Lele at his disposal, so no Floatstone was attached to Garbotoxin Garbodor, which means Guzma is coming down, and when Guzma is up and a Gardevoir GX has that many energies, that Golisopod GX will go down like a crying baby in one shot. So that Golisopod GX, even though he retreated thanks to that crossing cut GX move, it still does not matter when Guzma is around. So Gardevoir will still take another 2 prize cards, and he's really close to winning the first game. So Gardevoir GX taking the lead here. Golisopod player promotes a Garbotoxin Garbodor, attaches an energy, a manual energy to Tapu Lele, and then he Guzmas out the Octillery just to stall a bit because his hand is really terrible, and then it's back to the Gardevoir GX player. We do see an overkill here, another DC, a Choice Band, a Guzma, and then Tapu Lele GX hits the discard. So the first match, actually the first game of this match goes to Gardevoir GX. Now the players are reshuffling for round number 2. So if you're already excited, definitely show your support, because this series is kind of loved by the fans, because you see a lot of decks in action and how they are functioning. So in this situation, the Golisopod player will definitely go first since he lost the first round. And let's get this show on the road. We do see a Tapu Koko start, which is always a great thing. We also see a Bridget here. Bridget on the first turn means there's definitely a potential second turn first impression. So we do see 2 Wimpots and a Trubbish. The Golisopod player is also checking his deck for a lot of resources that might be priced, so that way he has a little bit more knowledge. We do see an Alolan Vulpix on the active position of the Gardevoir GX player, which means he can use the attack beacon for 0 energies to grab himself some Gardevoir GXs. So with that Bridget first turn, is he gonna attach another energy, or actually there's a manual energy coming down on Wimpod, and that is it. It's back to the Gardevoir GX player. What is he gonna do? Is he also gonna grab that Bridget first turn? We'll have to wait and see. Oh no, there is an N coming down. That N means that the Golisopod player gets 6 cards while he already has a decent setup, which means Gardevoir GX, that deck is in some serious troubles this match. Alright, what are the players grabbing out of that end? Both players got 6 cards. This is the beginning of the game, so and still one of the most popular draw supporters in the entire format, even in Expanded, is being used a lot. because N is kind of a comeback card, also really great for consistency early game. Okay, we do see a first attack here, that is Beacon. After that N, he grabs himself a Remoraid, and I do think that is a Tapu Lele, which means he might not have a draw supporter out of that N. Which the only thing the Golisopod player has to do here is attach that, yeah, there we go, we have Garbodor and Garbodor. Does he have the Float Stone as well? With that, he blocks out Tapu Lele, and things will be going really smoothly from there on. We see Guzma on the rolls with the energy, which is a smart decision here. With that, he already knocks out one energy out of the field, which makes it really easy, or actually, yeah, not easy for the Gardevoir player to one-shot Golisopod. So we do see first impression coming down, and there is a Float Stone onto Garbodor, which means ability block. Tapu Lele is useless. He benches that Remoraid, and also Rare Candy energy, so we do see Gardevoir GX once again. And I do think he's gonna use another Beacon here. You have to remember that he is ability blocked, so Octillery will not work at all. So what is he gonna grab out of that Beacon from Alolan Vulpix? He does not have a draw supporter, which was obvious when he got End and searched out that Tapu Lele early on. Okay, we do see a Ralst, and he's searching through his deck for options here. When you are ability blocked, the only thing you want to pull here is a Field Blower. If you get Field Blower, things will go really smoothly. The abilities are back on, and then you can use Tapu Lele. Okay, 2 cards in the hand thanks to Beacon, so a lot of Pokemon cards are in his hand. And yeah, back to the Golisopod player. Yeah, it looks like that hand is full of Pokemon, as you saw. So we do see a double cardless energy onto that Golisopod GX. And is he gonna use a supporter? I do think there was an N in his hand, but he did not want to play that. And he gets the knockout on Alolan Vulpix, so 2 prize cards already taken from the Golisopod player. And then there's a Gardevoir GX on the active position with a single energy, and looks like he did not top deck anything. He goes straight for the 120 damage with Infinite Force, which is still a huge amount of numbers for just a single fairy energy. Now there's an Acerola once again, the most MVP card in the entire matchup, I believe. Acerola gets back, he resources, he evolves to Golisopod, benches another Wimpod. That Golisopod, I do think he has a Rainbow energy attached to that, so now he's attaching a Grass energy onto Wimpod, and there will be another first impression for 120 damage. So he's going for the 2 shots, and now it's back to the opponent. We do also see, I don't think it's first, yeah, there's an Ultra Ball coming down for a Trubbish, and then it'll be the case where he's gonna use that first impression, 120 damage, and Golisopod is taking the lead here. So Curlia coming down, also Rare Candy Gardevoir, so that was kind of huge. And yeah, a lot of items are being used, so you have to be taking note of that. And yeah, he still is using 120 damage, which means he is still in top deck position. We attach that, yeah, there's a double Carlos energy onto that Golisopod GX, and I do think there will be a GX move followed after that. Which means, yeah, that Gardevoir GX will hit the discard while he is able to switch, so I do think this game will go to the Golisopod player. And if you haven't realized by now, this video is, yeah, not over just yet, so you know there's a 3rd game waiting. So how is this gonna happen? Okay, this will be Crossing Cut GX, 150 damage, gets the knockout. So the Golisopod player only needs 2 more cards to get the victory here. There is an energy coming down on the Gardevoir GX, a regular energy, also an Ultra Ball. So consistency is back. What is he gonna grab? There's still a Float Stone attached to that Garbodor, so that is at least troublesome to note. And there is another Gardevoir GX on the field. So a Sycamore followed after that. He gets 7 cards. Actually, he could have also used that Guzma and attach that energy in order to knock out Golisopod GX. That could have also happened here, but he goes for Sycamore since he wants to get out that Field Blower and Octillery in order to end the opponent and get himself in a great situation next turn. Alright, we do see a GX move here. Twilight GX once again gets a lot of resources, as you see, from the discard straight into the deck, which will help out in the long run because, yeah, all those resources will go to good use. You don't want to just use Infinite Force on a Tapu Koko promo card. 30 damage on that card will not do anything at all. So that is a, yeah, smart play using Twilight GX here. The bad thing is that the Golisopod player only needs 2 more prize cards, so if you're gonna slap some damage here onto that Gardevoir GX, things will go really smoothly. Alright, what will happen? He's already placing the damage counter, so he knows that there's something coming here. Looks like there's a lot of energies in the hand of the Golisopod player. And he's doubting what to do next. He does have a Sycamore. Is he gonna get away all his energies? I don't think so. So, this is a decision of the ages here. Is he gonna get rid of all those energies? I do think he has like 5 energies in the hand. And as you know, the Golisopod player is really, dependent on those energies to attack. What will happen next? Yeah. He's checking the discard multiple times, seeing what options he has, and there is a double Charizard energy coming down on Tapu Koko and a Sycamore as well, getting rid of our 4 energies in that hand, which was huge. So there's not a lot of energies left in the deck, but still enough to actually win this game. Okay, there's things coming down here. With that Sycamore, what did he grab? DCE got attached, so no energies can be attached this turn. So there's no two-shotting something here. He could have attacked with Golisopod GX as well, but he knew that there was a lot of energies in the discard already. So I do think he will attack with the Tapu Koko damage spread this turn. Maybe that will help him out, and that will happen here. So Flying Flip 2020 looks like he does not have the great hand here that he wants. And next turn, there's probably gonna be a great end, I believe. So Field Blower getting rid of some stuff. Also Guzma getting rid of that Golisopod GX, which is unfortunate, which was kind of his main plan here to two-shot Gardevoir GXs. And we do see a manual attachment, so that Golisopod GX will go down. Also an Ultra Ball. And thanks to that Field Blower, he can now grab himself an Octillery or a Tapu Lele. And we do see Tapu Lele probably for maybe an end next turn, because he already used the supporter, which was Guzma. So he's gonna grab himself an N, which is not bad at all. That N card. So next turn the Golisopod player gets N, so this can come down to the wire here. So bang, 2 prize cards as well. Thanks to that, another KO here. Alright, what will happen? Actually, this is the first KO, I believe, because of that Acerola multiple times. So, not the greatest hand in the world. A lot of stuff that the Golisopod player does not need. There's no secondary Golisopod to follow up with that. Is he gonna rely on Flying Flip, or what will happen? Yeah, as commentary, I already know that the Golisopod player will win this match, and the camera will shut down in about 5 minutes or so. So yeah, just bear with me. I'm gonna guide you through what happened during this match. So yeah, just to get it out there, Flying Flip will get used, I believe, 2 times in a row to knock out a Remoraid, and then there will also be a Guzma on Tapu Lele. So that will be the way this match will go down. Or maybe it was on a Gardevoir that got damaged. Doesn't even matter. So we do see a lot of shenanigans on the Golisopod player field. We do see that Tapu Lele gets used once again. Another double colorless energy gets attached to Tapu Lele in order to be a secondary attacker, because Gardevoir GX is stacking up on a lot of energies. And then we will probably see a Tapu Koko damage spread. He wants to just set up where he can get that one-hit KO with a Choice Band and a Golisopod GX and a Guzma. So that Wimpa with 1 energy will be the main card to win the game. So for now, he's just spreading around some damage, opening himself up for a one-hit KO on the Tapu Lele GX. So that Tapu Lele GX only has 170 HP, 20 damage on everything, knocking down to 150 HP. If a Choice Band gets attached to the Golisopod player, he will most likely, he will win that way. Okay, it's back to the Gardevoir player, and I do think the camera will shut down at this particular point. Will we see that? I don't know when the camera will shut down. I only see a little time skip here. So there's a Tapu Lele, which means there's a Guzma coming up, and he Guzmas out the Tapu Lele GX, which was not the best strategy here, because that Wimpod that only has 1 energy can evolve into that Golisopod, and with Golisopod we could have that yeah, Guzma as well, so that will happen here. So yeah, we do see game 3 starting right now. So what did happen is that the Golisopod player evolved into that Golisopod GX and then choice banded that Golisopod GX in order to yeah, Guzma out that Tapu Lele. So that is what happened and what went down. So yeah, it's standing 1-1. So sorry that the camera shut down. It was just the last couple of turns, but things will heat up here in this last deciding match where Gardevoir or Golisopod will go down to the semi-finals and face Ho-Oh GX Salazzle. Okay, we do see that both players did not draw anything, so they have to reshuffle in order to get a great hand. In the meanwhile, I will take a sip from my water here because I'm yeah, running dry here. Okay, so both players have shuffled and the Golisopod player does not have a basic, while the Gardevoir GX player does have a basic, which means dun, 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 dun. Yeah, if the Gardevoir GX player decides to go first and also get some mulligans, so that is a great edge to have in a tournament like this. The last game, the most deciding, actually the best deciding match of the best out of 3 matches. There's a Wimpod and a Trubbish, and on the Gardevoir player we see rolls, so 2 rolls already, and also Tapu Lele first turn. Is Bridget priced? That is the question you have to ask. Nope, Bridget is not priced, so we do see a first turn Bridget. It's probably gonna grab a lot of resources, maybe some walls, maybe an Remoraid, or maybe he's just gonna grab 2 from the deck because it's not public knowledge what is in the deck, so he can at least grab 2 of them. So with Bridget, he can he decides, am I gonna grab 3 of them, and then he decides, nah, I'm gonna leave some space open for a possible Tapu Lele. So that's what's being shown here. So he's gonna grab a Remoraid and a Ralst. Since that was a supporter of the turn, Sycamore and N are not any option anymore. Is he gonna attach a manual energy though? That is what you have to wonder. And who will go on to the semifinals? That is what you want to know, right? Yes. Okay, it's to the Golisopod player, and yeah, that will be the first turn of Gardevoir GX. So we do see the Golisopod player drawing a card. Does he have the Bridget as well first turn? We'll have to wait and see. We do see Ultra Ball, so that is at least a sign that he's gonna use Tapu Lele on Bridget. He's gonna get rid of a Float Stone, and yeah, he's doubting here, and an Ultra Ball. The reason that he's gonna get rid of a Float Stone is that he runs, I believe, 4 Float Stones are in this list. So drawing one of them should not be that hard. There should be a lot of resources left in his deck. So Tapu Lele, which is the Rainbow Rare, if you haven't noticed already, which is not great to film actually. You don't see a lot here, just a glare, but that is the Tapu Lele. And then there is a Wimpod coming down of Bridget. There's also Tapu Koko, and I do think, yeah, there is a Trubbish. So not unlike the opponent, he's actually using 3 cards out of the Bridget to have a full bench space. If Zoroark was around, that would be crazy. But this is for later. Zoroark is in the tournament with G-Axis, just to get it out there. We're gonna test out the G-Axis first on this channel in real life. Okay, what will happen next is yeah, retreating into the Tapu Koko. And because the Wimpods do have free retreat in the first turn, yeah, on your first turn. So we do see first turn Gardevoir GX, Rare Candy, bang, there we have him. The monstrous card that can use infinite force. Also an Ultra Ball, probably will see that Octillery, there we have him. Octillery is such a great card to draw cards. It's even better than Shaman since you can use it every single turn. So Tapu Lele and Shaman together forming a pair there on the bench of the opponent. He's using a Bizel hand, drawing cards until he has 5 in the hand. But he does not have any energy, so he's using Sycamore, getting rid of a lot of resources. There were 2 field blowers in that Sycamore, and still no energy. Wow. Looks like the Golisopod player does have some luck by its side, because no energies this turn means no Twilight GX, no Infinite Force, and the Golisopod player will have the first turn to strike. Wow, interesting twists of events in this top deck tournament. Okay, he does have an energy, but it's a double cardless energy, which is not enough to attack. And that will be the case here. So we do see a huge turn of the Golisopod player getting that enhanced hammer as soon as that DCE went down. Also see a Golisopod evolution and then an N. If he can grab an energy out of that end, he can strike with 120 damage with that first impression, so that will be a huge turn for the Golisopod player. Okay, both players are shuffling their decks. They both get 6 cards, so this is the last match of the deciding game here. The standings are 1 win, 1 win, so this depends on this match. We do see a Garbotox and Garbodor. Is there a floatstone? Is there a floatstone? That is what you have to wonder here. No floatstone, but we do see a first impression for 120 damage, which is, yeah, the 2-hit KO ratio that Golisopod GX is known for. Alright, there's also a Fairy Garden that was slapped down, which could be used by either player since there is Rainbow Energy in the Golisopod's player list. Also an Ultra Ball coming down, probably Kirlia. Yeah, we do see Kirlia, so manually evolving. If there was a Potown in town, things would be different. Then they would all receive damage counters because Potown is just so good, which will be seen in the Zoroark Drampa list later down the line. Alright, what is next? Yeah, there's also a Choice Band being slapped on that Gardevoir GX, and yeah, DCE, was that a DCE on that Rolst? I don't know. What went down here? Or was that DCE already attached? I don't know. So we do see Secret Spring, bang, on that Gardevoir GX. Gardevoir can now use Infinite, or actually Infinite Force or Twilight GX, and another N went down. The Golisopod player gets 6 cards, the Gardevoir player gets 6 cards. You know the drill here, early game N. Seems like both players do have their setup, so that is great to finish off the game. But as mentioned, the camera will have one of his dirty tricks once again during the end of the video, because he cannot record more than a certain amount of time, so I need to find a fix for that. Otherwise we are gonna have those technical issues here and there. But I'm gonna run you through everything that happened as always. So there is an infinite, actually a Twilight GX coming down, so the GX move has been used, and he's gonna put 10 cards from the discard back into his deck. The great thing is that he can reuse Ultra Balls, he can reuse double cardless energies, so that will be really great to get himself back on track. The bad news is that Gardevoir GX will probably go down this turn, because he already had 120 damage, so one blast of a Golisopod with first impression will make quick work of that. No Floatstone is in town though, so okay, a lot of resources are back in the deck of the Gardevoir player. Now back to Golisopod. We see a Floatstone, but it's not on Garbotoxin one. We see a Floatstone on the Golisopod GX one. Another Floatstone, so 2 Floatstones in 1 turn, that is huge. And also a Sycamore. I do think there were 2 Rescue Stretchers in that, so no recovery. He's going for aggressive method here, taking 2 prize cards with Golisopod GX, also a Choice Band being slapped on there for the extra insurancy, because he knows that Golisopod GX will not go down that easily, so bang, that will be the case. And also Field Blower getting rid of that Fairy Garden, really interesting to see, because that way no free retreat is allowed to swap between Gardevoir GXs, and he grabs his first 2 prize cards of this last concluding game. Also, Gardevoir GX is back. We see 3 energies on there. He needs some more resources to get rid of the Golisopod. We see an end, so Golisopod player only getting 4 cards, Gardevoir player getting 6 cards. Does he have that Choice Band that he so desperately needs, and another energy? I don't know. How much energy does he need? He's already dealing 120 damage, which is not enough to one-shot Golisopod GX. I do think he needs a Choice Band and a DCE, or maybe a Secret Spring, I don't know. He needs a lot of resources. Is he able to one-shot that Golisopod? Field Blower coming down, abilities can be used, Secret Spring can be used, Abyssal Hand can be used, everything is back of abilities. Okay, but that is also an item, so Garbotoxin, Trashalanche can also be used right now, since there's a Loom Trubbish on the right side of the opponent's field. We do see Rescue, Stretcher, bang, another Gardevoir in play, just like that. Then there is gonna be an Abyssal Hand here, probably, or does he have too many cards in the hand? Cannot really tell. Yeah, this is Infinite Force, but not for enough damage. Golisopod GX hangs on there, but he hopes that out of that end that he did really well. So an Acerola once again being used by the Golisopod player. So to swap around between Golisopods, and Golisopod will be able to deal 150 damage once again on a Gardevoir GX, which is huge. So that means next turn he will definitely go down unless he retreats or Acerola himself. Okay, what do we see? Acerola, what do you know? Both players are there relying on Acerola this game to show their might. And looks like the camera will shut down in 5 minutes, which is unfortunate. This game was really great. Just a little spoiler here, the Golisopod player won here thanks to knocking out a lot of stuff. He actually knocked out I do think a Tapu Lele GX and another Gardevoir GX to get himself the last 4 prize cards. So that is what happened. There is also Guzman and Shenanigans coming out. There's also that GX move that still has not been used here, that Crossing Cut GX. I do think he used that on the Tapu Lele, but I could be wrong here. So the camera will shut down in about 5 minutes. So what else can I tell you about this game? Trashlands Garbodor is also being used in a game like this, where he got a Rainbow Energy onto that Garbotoxin one, or actually the Trashlands one, and he actually destroyed a lot of things here. So the Golisopod player won this match. I'm such a shame that this video got short at this particular time, because it was really an intense game. But thank you all for watching. The Golisopod player will go down to the semi-finals, and we will see it facing off against Ho-Oh Salazo. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the hell out of the like button, and I will see you guys soon with another top deck tournament without those camera glitches. Anyhow, see you next time.